Hey everyone, it's Tayo and Carrie here.
Hello, everyone.
And I decided to use your Animal Crossing self. So you've got your wings and your little owl friend on your head.
Yeah, that's cool. That's dope.
Awesome. Okay, so this is basically just going to be us recording
For 5 minutes.
yeah, 5 minutes. Try to keep it to 5 minutes. I was just talking about some redesigns we made for some characters from this dumb Nadia movie.
It is such a shame. It has some really good ideas too, but then they rushed it. Ugh.
Yep, but oh well. Did you? And now let's talk about. Why don't you talk about Mr. P?
He's actually one of the robots we met in the movie, and he was supposed to look like a gorilla. But given the fact that this was what inspired Evangelion majorly down the line, I gave him a redesign and made him in a similar color as Unit Zero, and also lose an arm, as that will reappear in one of the scenes in the movies. Yes, is it a kind of spoiler? I don't know, but and frankly, I don't. I need to get it out of my chest. You can say that the um, like the gorillas that they are based on, they are also the prototype for the rest of the security robots in the movie. And let's just say that he was rescued. He was enlisted into Nadia's side, and he helped Nadia after seeing that she's a princess. And the shots of the blue water inside of them kind of recognized her, and so he turned his alliance to her.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put these both up and just talk about them both at the same time because these are
Sure.
very sketches. These are very early sketches, very early, just trying to get a feel for the character because I feel like the design of Fuzzy, we're renaming her to Idea. Um, but the design for Fuzzy was too simplistic. It was just like a girl with long
I think
orange
she's called
hair and a shirt.
Aida. Aida. I think her name is
Idea,
Aida.
yeah,
Aida.
and like but yeah, her original design was just like she was just wearing like a long shirt or
And that's
something,
it.
and just kind of wavy orange hair, and that was it. And that was her whole design. It was really simplistic.
It was dumb and stupid. Let's just say we're not impressed by it at all. We're
Yeah.
disappointed.
Okay. So yeah, that was the. This is just the early sketches, trying to get a feel. This is much later. It's like so got some color issues going on with some of these. That's the my program doing some weird stuff. So if stuff doesn't look like colored in or whatever, that's my program being weird. I just decided to roll with it. So sorry about that. But yeah, here she is. I decided to give her this type of purple outfit. The dress is kind of clothes that Sean gives her, some more casual wear, but he like finds her in this type of thing. This like pod thing. The collar can be like a tracking collar of some kind. But yeah, that's pretty much most of her design for the most part.
You
Um,
can say that she also learning to become more human. That's the story progress.
she definitely needed more development. At that, it's like she barely says anything. There's like no time to really go into her character at all in the original movie.
In the original movie as well, she also was like she was people would say she's supposed to be the perfect robot, but she still dies at the end, which is like we also have that down on the roll, but kind of give her sacrificial death, a little bit more death and more oomph to it, you can say. So yeah,
And, so yeah, and I think it just looks more interesting than just a plain shirt and plain orange hair or whatever.
and she doesn't have
um,
any joints. Where are the robotic joints in the
yeah.
original one? We were like, what the? Where are the joints?
So this is like I was just kind of we were like redesigning Nadia and Sean's child because like the child kind of looked like just John again with the darker
with
skin, I think, in the original.
and also with red hair, slightly darker hair, and I call it lazy. Then again, I
Yeah.
cannot blame Arnold because he got told at the last minute that he has to do extra episodes. I mean, like when you try to conclude a series and then suddenly somebody's like, "Hey, that's pretty good," and then have to demand you to go extra to make extra episodes, I would get mad too. So yeah, that's very unfortunate. But yeah, here we are. We have the beautiful John Junior. You can say we are going to rename him Junior. You can leave some comments you can leave some comments to tell us what he should be renamed as.
But yeah, here's just
And
some basic art, and then here's more of what Carrie was working on, basically.
he is going to be more involved in the story as well because I feel like he is going to be very important, given the fact that he is the human slash Atlantean like that. And also that is why I also gave him that moment of brainwash. Me. And
Oh my
also
gosh!
making the story a little bit more depth and more exciting, you can say.
There, look at his little crying face. He is so adorable.
He's adorable.
Okay, and next up. So yeah, he looks. I like him. I like the way he looks. Let's see. Then we have. Okay. So I'm gonna go to. Oh yeah, this is kind of a design or um, like the original vehicle of the trio.
Dunstan and the lady,
Yeah, and Lady. But yeah, the three of them. They had
Lady
this
Grantis.
original vehicle called the Graton, and it was really cool and well designed and a lot of interesting features. And then they like brought it. They gave them a vehicle in the movie, and it would just look like a boat. And they're like, but it's more robotic under the boat half, and it's like it still doesn't look that interesting. So I tried to make it look like. I guess it came out more looking like something that you'd find in Spider-Man.
And also, you
But
can say that it looks more like something like those insects you see in water. Those things are. I'm not a huge insect fan, but I like the idea that you put in here.
so yeah, just I just made it more spider-based. It's got an adjustable cannon. It can actually climb walls and stuff. I would probably make it look less like a spider now, but I think the idea works. You can send out little spider drones for like reconnaissance. I would kind of pull back on the spider qualities of it, but other than that, I think it's fine.
The only cool spiders you see is this one, and also Spider Rider spiders.
The spider riders. Wow, that that show.
Spider Riders. Man, that brings us back.
Yeah, man. I never watched the whole show, but I watched a good
Neither
amount of
did
it.
I.
um.
Oh,
So yeah, and moving on from that, then we got it's like okay, here's one of yours. It's like
yep. Who's this?
it's like assassin spy robot that you came up with.
Oh yeah, so one of the things that we got to was that when Nadia and John or John infiltrated the base, they were flanked by some female robots that has purple hair and in purple jumpsuits or onesies, and they were holding a sword, and that's it, and they just look like humans, and they move in uniform, but they hold swords and they look exactly like humans. And there's I suppose the only thing that indicates they are as robots is how how they move in unison, like total unison in that. But other than that, they just look like humans. Like there's nothing robotic about them at all. And so I redesigned the whole thing, making them more suitable into blend in missions like infiltration and stuff. So While I was thinking about it, I actually did think about Nadia was being taken by by the bad guys, and so one of the robots who has infiltrated into John's party, and so tried to sabotage their plans or something. You know, the usual Nadia stuff is like, why? But how could you kill animals? Something like that. I mean, like she probably toned it down from the time that as a kid, but yeah, she's still probably like just like, ugh, you guys are disgusting me like that.
Okay, and then next we have okay, so the main villain, which so I kind of gave him more of a we came up with the idea that um, Gargoyle had messed up his face somehow, like maybe he disobeyed an order or something, and so we gave him this like kind of Bane-like mask.
Pain!
It's like, oh, Sean, you thought the machines were your ally.
And nobody could really understand him other than his
It's
colleagues.
like he could definitely go through a few more redesigns, but I still say he looks better than the ugly, strange man from the film who just looks like I don't know. He just looks dumb.
You can say that again, and you did make a tiny doodle of Gargoyle punching him in the face, like you are a disappointment.
Yeah. Ah, yes, a terrible villain. Um,
Are you trying to do the Gargoyle impression or do the Dooku impression? Like seriously?
It's like the thing about Gargoyle is he doesn't really show any emotion. Even if Nemo did something that made him mad, he'd just say, "Curse you, Nemo."
Or impossible,
um,
preposterous.
and then
I think it was very posh.
these are just various like ideas for vehicles and inventions that Sean could use because in the movie it was really disappointing because he he had like one invention and it was like a model jet that he launched off his head that did like a distraction move, like a smokescreen or something, and that was it. That's like all he did the entire movie, invention wise. So let's see. I've got like a that looks like a play school gun, but with the colors.
Like,
But
he actually looks adorable though, but other than that, it was very disappointing. We were like, what the heck is that?
yeah, it's like I don't know if it's a lightning gun or a stun gun. I hadn't really thought about what it does, but some type of gun, basically. Um,
It's such an insult to John, like seriously, to his ability to invent things.
Possibly a backpack with it, with like glider wings that can fold out.
Mm.
Um, then we just had kind of a motorcycle. This would be his transportation from France to Britain. Would be like kind of this motorcycle.
In the movie, he was actually riding on a bicycle, and that was out of nowhere. And so, like this, like I mean, like you probably can do it if you're trained yourself and stuff, but yeah, for John though.
Yeah, it's really stupid. And then he's like, and maybe they're like trying to escape, and then they go after them, so they got to go in the water. So he brings out this inflatable raft with a propeller attached to it that he invented. So yeah, just a few different ideas for vehicles and inventions that John could use. Um, I think we just have one more thing to look at now,
Mm.
unless this is one. No, 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 that's not one. So yeah, I think this is the last one. This guy, he
Yeah.
kind of looks like a combination between RoboCop and someone ripped off all of Doc Ock's arms and replaced them with like crane game cranes.
I based mine on the cyborg from Ghost in the Shell that they can turn invincible because of infiltration, but this one is more on brute strength, you can say, more for security.
I guess the point that I just got fed up of all the robots that all they were was
Tipping punch.
basically just guys in like onesies or like guys in like onesies.
It was
Like
disappointing.
very, very lame suits, and they didn't put much effort into their expressions or anything or overall design, and just we just thought it'd be fun to give our take on what the character designs would look like in this movie.
We hope that you like our redesign. But that, before that though, what is he going to do in the movie? Because we are going to change the whole story while doing the redesign as well.
Yeah, the story was basically we were going to get their it was going to take place more in the future. We were going to get their kid more involved with it.
Yeah, so that's why the kid looks slightly older and more unnerving as a result.
Try to have them more abusing the Atlantean technology. We saw like one, what was it, Garfish one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have them take more advantage of that. Maybe have Elektra or at least a member of the Nautilus show up to do something.
If you didn't know already, we are big fans of Electra as well. But, yeah,
I can't remember like if we were gonna change the main plot about them evaporating the leaders or whatever. I can't remember.
but yeah, the leaders of the world are thinking separated and being brains.
But yeah, definitely make the idea with her, what her name is. Definitely make her
Aida.
Aida, make her talk more, make her because I felt nothing when she died in the movie. And yeah, just using just using the Atlantean technology more in the movie because it was kind of lame. And I guess that's it. We did Carrie. This is it. We're putting this thing behind us. We're never going to talk about it again.
Finally! But yeah, don't worry, we did have a lot of fun redesigning the characters and robots. We have never done robot design before, so this is definitely a challenge. We hope that you like it.
It's like honestly, the last video is so long. I might just have to make this its own shorter video, and then just
I apologize. I make this longer than 5 minutes.
well, that's okay. Like I said, we'll just make this its own video, and we can tag this on to the after we post the other video.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Thank
that's
you
it.
for people.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time for more Pokemon fan fiction.
And take care.
Bye bye.